And what is going on, everybody? I'm Secretly Toaster here, and today we are building Paul Walker's, Brian O'Connor's GTR R34 from Too Fast, Too Furious. Since, as I'm recording, possibly when you watch this, it is the 5th anniversary of his passing. Um, yeah, 5 years ago today, he crashed. Well, he wasn't driving, but he was involved in a crash, an accident, involving his red Porsche. So, in honor of his memory, we're going to be building one of his most iconic cars. I've already built his green Eclipse, and I looked at it, and I thought this would be a better video than the Supra, just because everyone loves the R34, and it has more of a... I don't know, it just has more of an impact towards me, at least. I've already calculated everything, and I think I still have some of the parts. Let me set this whole video up. I just had to record this because I had this all in my head. Let me go set this video up real quick, and I'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so what you're gonna need, I didn't calculate the price, so I'll tell you after I'm done recording this, after I'm done buying all the parts. But what you're gonna need is the actual car itself, which I should have started at the dealership. It is $103,500. So you're gonna want to go all the way to the end here. It takes a minute, so while I'm getting to the end, let's have a moment of silence for Paul Walker. Starting right now. Alright. Now that we've done that, let's name the car. Get to building. Oh, okay. Now, what you're going to need to do is you're going to buy an ECU. It's not the VX Speeds, but I prefer the VX Races, just because this car was pretty fast, and it did have 2 steps, so that's going to be $38,000. For miscellaneous items, this part really doesn't matter, but I went with the super bright 8000K bulbs and the blue lug nuts. The blue is just an added little touch to the car. It didn't really have it in the car in the movie, but I thought I'd put it. For nitrous, since the rest of his car is blue, and I think so are the tanks, I'm not sure though, I haven't watched the movie in quite a bit. We're going to buy the 150 shot since that's the first one with blue. That's going to be around $70,000. Well, not around, it's going to be $70,000. And then the livery for his unmistakable livery for the car is $125,000. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go all the way over here and purchase it. And next, you're just going to need the stock spoiler. That's $2,000. You're going to want to buy the intake, or not the intake, the intercooler, which you're going to get the VX Teal for $75,000. Then stock engine, you're going to want the brakes, you're going to want the blue ones, just to add that little bit of blue. And then for exhaust, you're going to want the VX Titanium R. It's the only ones in green. The R and the S, they're the same one, but they have a different end. And since his was flat, we're going to put the R. For the wheels, these are pretty expensive for, this series. They're $120,000. They're VX concaves. This part's kind of laggy, so give me a quick minute. Did I write that wrong? Oh no, they're not. They're not 100. Oh, I was reading a different price. No, they're 17,500. The next part is 120,000. And that's the VX Slam suspension. I put that in everything just because you can adjust it. You don't have to get these ones, but you can. You're going to need the VX Drag Slicks just for extra grip, even though it's all-wheel drive. Oh no, they're not VX Drag Slicks, they're Drag Slicks Large. Next, what you're going to need is the VX T56. That's over here, that's the green one. That was $40,000. You're going to want the stock paint since it really doesn't matter. The intake, you're just going to want the open intake, the VX open intake. For the pistons, you're going to want the VX Forge Plus. That's 27,000. The open intake was 139,000. For the racing seats, you're going to want Pride Blue. You can't find the exact ones that were in his car, but these are the closest I can get. And for the body kit, you're just going to want the lip kit. Now you're going to want to go. You want to put this all on. First you put the unmistakable livery. Then you put the miscellaneous items like the lug nuts and the bulbs. Then you put on the stock wing. It's not blue like in the movie, but that's as good as you can get it. Then you're going to want the blue seats. Then you're going to want the front lip and the side lip. There is no back bumper. The paint doesn't matter. Engine is stock. The rims is when you start to see that little blue accent. You see on the wheels how it has that little dots of blue. I thought that was a good touch, so I added it to it. You're gonna want the big old single turbo VX slams. I prefer putting them to 4.5. You can have them as high as you want, as low as you want, as long as it's, you know, over 5. Well, or at least 5. Because you can be dragging if you want to, but he wasn't dragging in the movie, so I don't put it. That's going to go in the CRX, so we're going to put these in. Then you're going to want to put this. He did have 2 steps, so I recommend putting it at 65,000. I meant 6,500, my bad. Or 6,500 is what I meant to say. Then you want the VX Teal intercooler and the exhaust system. You can't quite see it, but it really doesn't matter. Right now it's saying I'm making 1388 for horsepower. Well, let's see what the dyno says. Alright, so it's saying I have 5 more horsepower than it said before, which is quite ironic since this is the 5th year anniversary of his passing. I really didn't mean to do that on purpose. But we're making 19 psi and 735 foot-pounds of torque out of a inline 6 2.6 liter, otherwise known as the RB26. And since this is a single turbo, it's the RB26 DET. Now see, RB26 came in 3 series, at least as I know, with the DE. It's the RB26 DE, the DET for the single turbo, and the DETT for the twin turbo. And just to remind you, I don't use NOS in any of my dyno videos, because that really doesn't matter. I mean, not my dyno videos, but my dyno runs. So let's see what this thing can do in a quarter mile. Let's go into drag, free run, manual, quarter mile. Let's go night because in the movie it was a night race. Just gotta stretch out your fingers. Ooh, Toyota. Oh, I forgot you don't burn out. You just pop into NOS. I'm gonna pop it into neutral. I think I'm gonna have to do this race again. Oh no, the NOS is already out. Okay, cool. So right now I just ran an 8.389 at 163 mile per hour. Now let's see if I launch it with NOS, will it be any different? Let me pause it. Sorry, there was an advertisement. Ooh, a Toyota 2000 GT. If I'm not mistaken, that's one of the most sought after Toyotas other than the Supra. I think that's like $100,000 car. I'm gonna have to restart this race, so yeah, let's not do this one because I missed shifts and I didn't launch right. So let's just put this back into neutral. Right now we are racing the Toyota, not Toyota, what's wrong with me? the Mazda RX-7 FB. One of my favorite RX-7s, actually. So you just go in a vroom and a zoom and you win this race. This is already an 8-second. This is already an 8-second car. Even if you don't launch it with NOS. Yeah, see? Now I'm at 8.215 at 163 miles per hour. Let's see what happens when you do it without NOS. But let's do that in the day since it's kind of hard to see. So drag, free run, manual. Sometimes it skips over and sometimes it skips over and wants to do a snow race. If you use NOS or not, it really doesn't matter. Because right now, instead of my regular 8.389 before I launched it with NOS, it was 8.389. Right now, it's 8.450, so it's really not that much. It's not even down by 0.1 of a second. So, I mean, launch it however you want, race however you want. It really doesn't matter. Let's set this up to the top so I can see how much time I got. Alright, yeah. Let's do a tournament real quick, an all-wheel drive tournament. Alright, 200,000. I got 5 mil. Let's do this. Let's show everybody what's up. Cause oh shit, it's Brian. If you watched the movie, that made sense, and that was pretty good. Ooh, we're racing a 22B. Man, if only it was blue. If only it was blue, then we'd be racing Bunta, Fujiwara from Initial D. Now see, the all-wheel drive tournaments are so much better because they don't launch correctly. At least as good as if you do with starting in neutral. If you start it in neutral while you're all-wheel drive, you launch better. Alright, next race. And we'll end this video off with a crate opening. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, another Subaru. Whatever, it's always that. By the way, if you didn't know, when you do the finals, or when you do the tournament, you race cars that are the same drive as you. So if you're driving an all-wheel drive car, you're racing the all-wheel drive cars. Rear-wheel drive, you only race rear-wheel drive. And same with front-wheel drive. So if you're good with all-wheel drive, you're going to race an all-wheel drive. It's actually my favorite one because it's really hard to lose in these races if you launch with neutral. But don't ever do that in real life. Well, okay, I don't know manuals very well, so I don't know if that's good for the transmission or not, but I highly doubt it is. Ooh! We're finishing this off racing a Stagia. It's got the same motor, too, and everything. A lot of people change the front end for the r34 front end, just because it's practically the same car. Well, at least that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's the exact same car, so don't chew me up because I said it's the exact same car. I'm not really much of an... I don't have much knowledge on imports. I was born in a American muscle household, so... Ooh, two crates. You know what, let's do one more race, and then we'll end those two. We'll open those two, just because, you know, I'm so close to leveling up. So yeah, I got... Well, my reward was 1 crate, but I also got another crate before. So yeah, drag race, free run. This is just a quick race. You can skip like 30 seconds if you don't want to watch it. No, 20 seconds if you don't want to watch it. I'm going to leave it in the video just in case you do want to watch it, especially since it's the BMW. Alright, that was a bad shift, but whatever. 8.489. That was the time. That was the time I did when I, raced perfectly without NOS. So let's put that in cash real quick. Go to the garage and let's open these two crates. AR 921 rims or wheels. Ooh, with a blue cage. That actually might fit better in the car, because I think he had a cage. But I didn't want to make this too pricey. But yeah, look at that. Perfect fit. Well, of course it's gonna fit. That's how all these parts are for. But yeah, let's have that. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. Tell me down in the comments why you liked or disliked the video. Also in the comments, tell me questions, comments, or concerns you have for me, the channel, the game, the videos, etc. I will read them. I will give them a thumbs up if they're good comments. Like if you leave me a hate comment, thank you, but I mean, whatever. I still haven't gotten any hate comments, actually. So it just means I'm not doing something right. Whatever. Anyways, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when I do post. I post every other day. Today was supposed to be the CRX video that I already made, but seeing how it's the 5th anniversary, I thought maybe I'd put this up. So I came home from school, recorded this, and I'm probably gonna post it right now after I, make a thumbnail for it. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified when I do post. I post every other day. I know I just said that, but might as well repeat. I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.